Welcome to the 2021 Westbrook Village Golf Club season. COVID-19 has created many challenges for us, and holding the annual November membership meeting is just one of those. The Board of Directors has the opportunity to tell the story of the past year and the year ahead in a different format. This year, with an abundance of precaution for the safety of our members, staff, and community, we will provide our annual review of happenings and our future plans via a series of videos narrated by your Director of Golf, Brandon Evans. For easier reading and comprehension, we are breaking the 6 director reports into several segments of videos. This first segment will begin with an introduction provided by our Board of Directors President, Jill Rydell, our Restaurant Lease and Insurance report provided by Leslie Brown, and our Facilities report provided by Tim O'Brien. Future segments to this virtual November membership meeting will include Greens and Grounds report provided by Ray Melton and Rick Walker, Golf report provided by Kathy Vaught, Membership report provided by Jim McKenna and Rick Davis, Financial report provided by Kurt Kimmerling, an introduction to the many hardworking staff at Westbrook Village Golf Club, and an update on our well progress. Our Board of Director President, Jill Rydell, has provided the introduction to this first segment of this year's narrated annual November members meeting. Westbrook Village Golf Club has a board of 9 members volunteering countless hours of their time to serve as directors for the club. These 9 board positions are Jill Rydell, President and Communications, Kathy Vaught, Vice President and Golf, Jim McKenna, Secretary and Membership, Kurt Kimmerling, Treasurer and Finance, Ray Melton, Greens and Grounds, Leslie Brown, Legal, Bylaws and Restaurants, Tim O'Brien, Facilities, Rick Davis, Membership, Rick Walker, Greens and Grounds. Members of the board serve on 3-year terms, and this year there are 3 director positions that have reached the end of their term. It is always helpful to the club to have such professional directors willing to remain on the board for another term or an appointment if needed. And in this case, both Kurt Kimmerling and Rick Davis have agreed to run for the term of 2021 through 2023. Tim O'Brien is willing to hold an annual appointment should the club be short of willing members to serve on the board. Leslie Brown has accepted the remaining year on the 2-year term vacated by Jim Deemer. This allows the board of directors to keep in line with the 3 vacant positions per year as stated in the bylaws. Leslie has taken on the responsibility of legal, bylaws, and restaurant leases. She works full-time as the National Real Estate Director for Ewing Irrigation Products Incorporated. Succession planning is an important factor to the flexibility of the board. We are looking for members with business experience and the desire to volunteer a minimum of 10 hours per week, specifically in financial, treasurer, and facilities management. If you have an interest to become part of the future of Westbrook Village Golf Club, please submit your application no later than 3 p.m. on December 11th, 2020. Since joining the board, Leslie's primary focus has been on extending the leases for both of our restaurant operators. The Vistas Links lease renewed in July and the Lakes Bistro in November. Both of our restaurants have had a very hard go of it since COVID-19 restrictions were imposed upon us all this past March. Both are still faced with unique and daunting operational and financial challenges while doing the best they can to survive throughout the summer months while complying with social distancing requirements. Now more than ever, our members need to give their strong support to both of our restaurants. Without our support, their future is in jeopardy. In our lease negotiations, we strive to be sensitive to their current difficulties while at the same time achieving the club's goal of continuing to provide quality restaurant experiences for our members. In conjunction with the terms of the new lease agreements, we will be implementing a few new programs related to the oversight of our operators' operations. First, there will be regularly scheduled and documented inspections by our facility staff to better communicate the club's cleanliness and maintenance standards to both operators and ensure that they are consistently met. Secondly, we have implemented an ongoing customer satisfaction survey and mystery diner program to provide objective and useful feedback on food and bar quality and customer service. The information from these surveys will be consolidated, tabulated, and shared with our operators so that they may celebrate their successes and correct their missteps. Customer survey forms will be available at each of the restaurants for everyone's use for any visit occasion. Mystery diner volunteers will be asked to dine at our restaurants and complete a similar survey but without the server's knowledge that they are being scored. Any member who wants to volunteer to be a mystery diner can do so by sending an email to mysterydiner@wbvgc.com. Please support your club's restaurants. They need us now more than ever.
Hello, Gabriel Rios with the Links Neighborhood Grill. I am excited we have been able to reopen our restaurant for dine-in service last week, and it has been amazing to see our customers tableside once again. Over the past several weeks, my staff and I have been challenged with many changes, but I want to thank all of the people who embraced the changes and supported our restaurant. First, I'd like to thank my staff for their support, their willingness to be flexible, and their commitment to navigate through this unpredictable time. I appreciate the staff members who chose to stay home and give their hours to staff members in need. That was a huge way to give back, and I thank you for your generosity. For those that were able to still work, thank you for putting your trust in our business and these changes as we pivoted towards takeout services only. The restaurant would not have been able to operate without all of our amazing staff. I need to also thank the community of Westbrook Village, not only for their support in our takeout service, but also their generosity to my staff. They took very good care of each of our waitstaff, and we are all extremely grateful. Next, I want to thank our business networking groups. I cannot thank you enough for the countless members from different groups throughout Surprise, Peoria, and Glendale. Many of those group members went above and beyond by ordering from us several times each week. I also need to thank the several business owners and families that hired us to feed first responders and our heroes on the front lines. Trinity Chiropractic in Glendale and Mountain View Hospice in Peoria are among those that trusted us to feed them. I truly feel blessed and grateful for each and every one of you. Your support has not gone unnoticed. And finally, I need to thank God for giving me the strength to power through these last several weeks. Thank you all, and we look forward to continuing to serve our community.
Next, we will cover the facilities report provided by Tim O'Brien. This past year, we hired staff dedicated strictly to buildings. In the past, this has largely been a task taken on by a board member, several part-time positions, volunteers, or ground staff. We now have a full-time facilities manager, full-time facilities specialist, and a part-time buildings maintenance tech on staff available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This change results in less costs to outside contractors, much better maintenance response, creation of schedules for inspections and periodic maintenance activities, and improved and more routine cleaning activities. The facilities team was able to adapt swiftly to the changes that COVID brought to us in March. We were able to keep up with inventory and adhere to recommendations from the CDC. The new normal that society was now becoming accustomed to was the existing cleaning model we had begun using with the new facility staff prior to the crisis, so it did not create undue additional demands. Over the past season, Brandon and Mary Beth created an online dashboard ticket system which allows users and staff to enter maintenance work order tickets for building issues, as well as provides management a tracking method for record keeping and historical data for the future. This tool also provides the board complete transparency to projects and expenditures. Since its inception in late 2019, there have been 535 tickets submitted, 502 have since been completed and closed. Routine maintenance and inspection activities such as AC filters, fire alarm systems, and backflow preventer inspections have been entered and scheduled in this system. A few of the larger projects completed at the club over the past season include updating the restrooms between the Vistas patio and Hole 18, as well as the restrooms inside the Vistas Links Neighborhood Grill, fixing and replacing older pipes in Lakes Cart Barn and Clubhouse area, replacing our faded and decaying sign at the Vistas Clubhouse, giving a facelift to the appearance at both clubhouses by planting upgraded foliage and flowers, installing new paper dispensers, and changing types of products offered in all restrooms to avoid unnecessary waste and costs associated with it. As with all groups this year, it was not possible for the facilities committee to meet in person for most of the year, but we stayed in touch and continued to provide help and input for the board. The Facilities Committee also created and submitted a 5-year capital plan for the board to use in conjunction with golf and greens and ground for planning and budgeting. This concludes our first segment of this year's narrated November membership meeting. Please keep an eye out for our future segments, which will include a greens and grounds report provided by Ray Melton and Rick Walker, golf report provided by Kathy Vaught, membership report provided by Jim McKenna and Rick Davis, financial report provided by Kurt Kimmerling, an introduction to the many hardworking staff at Westbrook Village Golf Club, and an update on our well progress. Thank you for taking your time to view this segment, and we will see you out at the courses.